Branden here. Time for more Brandon's Boy Problems. I've been having a Pride Month overload, so I am very happy July I can take a break because every weekend, starting with Memorial Day and every weekend of June, I was at a different Pride event. Like, it started with Black Gay Pride in DC. I had an amazing time. I feel like I go to Black Gay Pride DC on like a yearly basis now. I feel like I've gone every year since at least 2022. I had a great time. It was my first time going to the bathhouse in 2025. I definitely was a huge slut. I had a lot of fun. Hooked up with a lot of guys. Went out with friends. Ate out at different restaurants. Went to different clubs. So like, DC is always a great time. I always had a fun time in DC. The next weekend, I went to Philadelphia Pride. I was working it. It was nice to be back in my home city. It is a little sad now because I'm sad like the Black gay bar closed because that was like my favorite gay bar to go to, and it's no longer there. So now there's no Black queer spaces in Philadelphia, and like that was like one of the newest queer spaces since it only started opening in like 2020, and then it closed in 2024. So that was sad. So I didn't really feel like going out afterwards. Like, it was just crazy out, and like, I don't know. Philly Pride can get kind of ratchet. I remember last year I was there working it, and then fights started breaking out, and I was like, yeah, let me get out of here. It just was a little too much, and I think Pride does get a little rowdy, and I learned, like, later that night, like, a man got shot and killed in the neighborhood, so I'm, like, glad I took my ass home, but still love Philly. It was nice to go back and work Pride, be there, etc. Following weekend was World Pride in DC, so it was another fun time. I kind of really used that trip to just like chill, and I mean, I was working World Pride, trying to get the gays on prep, so that was a fun time, like getting to experience my first World Pride, especially in our nation's capital. And again, I always love going to DC, so I always happy to be there. It's a fun place to go, especially in the summertime, especially at my favorite hotel because I love their outdoor pool and get to work on my tan. Then the following weekend was Brooklyn Pride. I worked it the previous year, but this year was kind of like rainy and gloomy and gross out. I didn't really do anything after. I mean, I walked the strip with like my coworkers, but I didn't stay out afterwards. I know last year I had way more fun, but that's because I had a date scheduled right after. So like, we watched the parade a little. We like went out to eat. We had a great night time together. So that was more fun last year, my first Brooklyn Pride, but this year, I mean, happy to be there. Then I experienced Folsom East for the first time. So, like, I know about Folsom West, and that's, like, the big, like, San Francisco outdoor, like, sex party where people are in, like, their BDSM wear, like, lots of, like, people, like, fisting each other and having sex in the streets and, like, people naked. So New York Folsom is nothing like that. It's definitely way more tame and family friendly. It's like you can be in like your BDSM gear, but I don't think you're allowed to do any like full nudity. And like, I saw people trying to like sneak and like have sex in the street, but like they're very like, they would have like stuff on stage, like public like spankings and whatnot, like teasings, but it was no like full on like sex like you see in San Francisco. So New York's a little more conservative than that, but I'm glad I went. I got like a cute new harness to wear, so it was just like a fun time to like experience that. I definitely want to experience the San Francisco Folsom. I've never been to San Francisco, so it's always something like I want to see what, I mean, I really want to see the Castro, and like, I always hear bad things about San Francisco now, but like, it's still like a city I feel like I need to go visit. Like, I've never been, I want to go, I want to experience it, so let's see what San Francisco Folsom has to offer, because I was definitely left unsatisfied by New York Folsom, because what was that? Like, you can't even get naked or suck dick. Like, I brought poppers and lube with me, and like, I didn't even get to use anything because like nobody was doing anything. I like briefly made out with a guy, and it was like a guy that like, he's in that like Black gay BDSM organization, but then like he has like this fat ugly boyfriend, and so I was like, yeah, I'm never having a threesome with you. And I kind of feel like that maybe made him like off-putting to me, but like we'd always chat. But then, like, online, I'd be like, okay, so when do you want to meet up? And then he'd always go. And then, like, in person, he's like, you're so beautiful, I want to make out with you. And I'm like, okay, but I'm kind of just, like, already annoyed with you. But anyway, the following weekend after that was Dallas. I went to Dallas Black Gay Pride. I reunited with my best friend that I hadn't seen in over 2 years since we had a brief falling out for, like, 7 months, but also we just live in different parts of the country. So just, like, hard to like go navigate and see each other. So it was nice to reunite in Dallas, and Dallas is always a fun time. Went to the bathhouse, and Dallas has my favorite bathhouse in the world that I've been to so far. It's just always a great time at the Dallas bathhouse. And we went out to different events, had great food. I did hook up my last night with a guy that was also staying at like the same building as my Airbnb. Like I think the entire apartment complex was Airbnb. So like he was staying there, I was staying there. We had a cute little like smoke and talk in like the courtyard, and then we went back to his room and like hooked up. So that was a fun time. And yeah, I love Dallas. And to cap it all off, I had Harlem Pride. So that, I worked that. And then I went out with a friend. We went out to eat. And then we went out to the black gay bars in Harlem. And then we went our separate ways because I wanted to go to the bear bar because I like bears. My friends usually do not like bears, so they aren't a fan of the bear bar. So I went to the bear bar, and I met this cute guy visiting from Israel, and that was a lot of fun. And we like just started talking. He was like at first I thought he was like too skinny for me, but like after like he referred to himself as a bear, and he definitely was bearded and like kind of stocky, but I feel like I never really like a big burly, but like he actually was like a nice like cub bear size, and he was hairy, and I was so turned on by like a hairy chest. So that was a fun time. We went to this hotel in like Chinatown, and we like walked and got snacks and went back to his room, and then we had sex, and it was amazing. He keeps telling me I should go visit Israel, but I'm like, especially with everything happening in the Middle East right now, like, I mean, Israel's never really been on my radar, a place that I want to go to, just because of like everything always happening in the Middle East. So he's cute. I liked him. I would definitely want to see him again. We kept in touch. So I would meet up with him in like Europe or somewhere that's not Israel. But it was a really fun time. And then to cap it all off, worked New York City Pride. So that was a really fun time, as always, getting to be at New York. I feel like New York is always the ultimate pride in America. Like, it's New York City, the biggest city in the country. Pride is huge. It's amazing. Like, there's no other pride experience like New York City Pride. So just getting to be there and cap off my Pride Month with New York City Pride was an amazing time, and I'm glad I got to experience it. So overall, this has definitely probably been the most prideful I've ever been in like a year, which is funny because I feel like there was like a year or two ago, like I traveled every single month except June, and June was just like nothing. But like this year, I'm like, I went to DC twice, I went to Dallas, I was working every New York Pride, I went to Philly. Like, I was very prideful this year, and I do think people say like we're noticing like the pride turnout seemed a little bigger this year at some cities. I think it is because of the current like presidential regime. It's like, who knows how many we have left, so you gotta enjoy them while they last and just be happy to be gay, because they're gonna come for our rights eventually. So we gotta enjoy every moment, unite as a people, and just be happy to be queer, because honestly, whenever I travel abroad, I'm like, it always makes me proud to be American, because I just feel like we don't get to be as free, especially as a black gay person. Like, other countries do not have black gay clubs, black gay resources, or even like a big black gay population. And it's just like, I'm happy in America I can go out and travel and be around other black queer people or queer people of other races. It's like we don't have the same freedoms and liberties in other countries as the U.S. As awful as the U.S. may seem and oppressive, like, other countries are not better for black queer people. So I'm proud to be American. So it was an amazing Pride Month. So yeah, happy Pride!